All right. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I was Melissa the doctor, so she's sending me messages and giving me updates. I was like, wait, what? She wasn't making any sense. So just trying to figure out what was going on. But yeah, I think it's like her last baby appointment. So they're like monitoring and all that kinds of stuff. And she sent me a picture. She's like, yeah, just like 3.5 years ago. Me with my juice box. So um kind of funny. All right, let's just dive into things. Kind of a busy day today. Um, yeah, we found out that the boys are going to be here the rest of the week, or at least until the baby's born. Their older step sibling got the email that no parent wants to see that they were in close proximity for longer than 15 minutes with somebody with COVID. So I was like, I told my the boy's mom, I was like, yeah, I was like, they're not going back to your house. I was like, I have a new baby on the way. I was like, they're not vaccinated. I was like, it's great that she can go to school because she's vaccinated. I was like, but I'm not going to send three people in there and have a pregnant woman. Sorry. She's like, oh, really? I was like, no, not my problem. So, yeah, boys are going to be here the rest of the week, most likely, unless the baby comes. And then it's going to be chaos. So, yeah, if I just disappear, guys, you know what you guys all know what's happening. But like I said, right now, no baby wear yet. Not, no contractions. No contractions. Um, Hold on. All right. She's sending me messages. I'm like, what? What? I'm busy. I'm busy. All right, let's dive into things. I None of you have responded on the sound, but I see you guys buying tickets, you junkies. All right, hold on. Here's the question. Did Neuro let's see. Did Neuro post? Yes, he did. Good job, Neuro. Um, just making sure. Sounds good. Thank you, Neuro. Thanks for leaving me hanging there, buddy. Thanks for leaving me hanging. I appreciate it. I mean, just think, when I'm officially like, at baby time, right? When I'm officially at baby time, you're gonna have to do the announcement, and you could like mess with, you could like tag Ernest and be like, Ernest is going live. That's what I do best. Leave people. I know, right? Neuro. It's like, come on. Hold on. My wife goes in there with no contractions. She's like, yeah, I kind of feel like I have contractions now. I'm like, they just told you medically you have no contractions. I'm like, I know you want the baby. Hold on. You want She's like, I kind of feel like I have contractions now. I'm like, Melissa, you went in there. They've just told you medically you have no contractions, but you feel like now that you have it. Like yesterday, she's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm ready. Like he can just come whenever. And she like hit that stage where like check the button, check the box. It's like I'm done. I've had it. I can't do anymore. And I was like, it doesn't quite work like that. Like I know you are officially done. Like you're over it. She's like, I'm just waiting to deliver. Like I just he's here, right? Um, but yeah, I don't think baby's ready. Yeah. Um, yeah. So, all right, let's dive in. So far this morning, we had our good non-farm employment change number from ADP. Much better than expected. Markets kind of got beat up in the overnight. The European market just was like literally like, you guys go, they moved them. They moved them. And then we had that 5 o'clock reversal this morning. Now she's sending me, she's now sending me like I don't know what it's called. Debbie's here. Debbie, what is it called? The thing. I don't think it's an ultrasound. I don't know. What is the chart called, Debbie? Debbie, I felt like you were nursing too. What is the chart called that like shows like her heartbeat and the baby's heartbeat? Is it a sonogram? I don't know. It's the actual, not just the hearing. Like I always get it confused. I think the hearing thing is the sonogram. Maybe is it the ultrasound or whatever the baby monitoring thing is, like the chart where you can see like the different things, whatever that thing is called. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever that thing is called, she sent me pictures of that. But like, I think I told her, I just messaged her. I was like, hey, I'm like, I feel like this is the placebo effect because you're like there, like you had nothing overnight. I'm like, Sonogram? Okay, maybe. All right. I thought sonogram was the. I don't know. I can't get it off. But yeah, she's sending me the readings and she's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe it'll come today. I was like, you've been saying that for 3 days, dear. I feel like you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But I don't know, guys. Maybe the baby is coming today. Maybe she knows something. Actually, Jen told us yesterday. Jen told us yesterday that the baby was coming yesterday. So if she was right, Melissa's like, we're gonna put her on one of those like TLC shows, you know, baby psychics or something like that, or psychic toddlers or something. But the baby did not come yesterday. But if she gets it right within 24 hours, I feel like, yeah, turn around. But again, that should be overall good for the market. Having that many people additional, I mean, it seems like, in the grand scheme of things, it's like, oh my God, it's only 100,000, but it's on a monthly basis. So good number. Again, showing that the world has not ended yet. I don't know if you guys saw as well. Putin said that Russia is going to help stabilize the energy markets, right? I think this is absolutely hysterical because he's been one of the main reasons or forces of having it jacked up in the first place. But now he wants to come in after the fact and stabilize it. So yeah, don't know. But I think oil inventory should be a pretty interesting play today. Should be some good movement based off of that. We've had a lot of movement so far, but we'll see if we can get that continued pressure in. Tomorrow morning, right? Tomorrow morning, we have the unemployment claims number. It'll be interesting to see. We have a lot of people getting hired back. The question is it going to carry over into the unemployment claims? You want to hear something funny about unemployment claims? So Maryland's system was like completely jacked up. Like, Hogan, who's going to be running for president, he says he's not, or he hasn't given any thought, but he's completely full of it. They were bragging about this like new, I think it's called Beacon 2.0, something like that. I don't know. It screwed unemployment. Like it was impossible. Like there was like people would call for 8 hours straight to get in, right? So a friend of mine went through this whole saga. He messaged me yesterday. He goes, "You'll never believe the email that I got." Like I think he got benefits, but then like they changed systems and he stopped in October, September. I don't know what it went in, but it was last fall, right? Didn't receive a benefit after that fact. They're like, "Oh, we're investigating the claim," because it screwed up for a lot of people. He just had written it off, right? He got an email yesterday that said, "Hey, just want to let you know we're still investigating. We don't have any new news, but hopefully we'll have something soon." He's like, "It's been over a year." He's like, "I like it just shows how screwed up our system still is to this point." And I laughed, like it's a joke that him and I have going back and forth. It's like a betting over and under, but yeah. So anyway, the unemployment claims number will be interesting to see. With today's bigger than expected data, could be another a good one. All right, and then we have IVPMI, which again won't really affect our markets, and then Macklin is speaking. So I do think Macklin speaking may give us some type of clues, as we've seen in the past. They Canada was like one of the first ones before New Zealand that started talking about and getting some type of a taper in there, but then they kind of went backwards a little bit. With New Zealand going forward, I'm curious to see. And again, with oil holding high, it's been great for their government. Curious to see if we get some context tomorrow around this one. So again, I'm mentioning it today, even though it's a tomorrow release. I think there could be some, potential fireworks. Something that he says about tapering. I don't think Canada's at the raise interest rate stage yet, but I feel like they could be next. Can Hogan even afford to get on the debate stage? Yeah, because Hogan's the guy that's the Republican that won the Democratic governor, right? It's like a 96% Democrat state, and as a Republican, he won. Just shows how bad the guy was before us. But yeah, probably. I mean, he's been campaigning, and it's I don't know. At this point, I kind of feel like he's one of these. He was a very anti-Trump. He's like, we'd help the city, and it's like, well, it's not Trump. Like he was one of the first ones to be like anti-Trump, and his wife is Korean, I believe. So he was like, "Oh, we're going to buy our PPE overseas. We're not going to rely upon the government." So he was always like the kind of like the outlier. If he all of a sudden at the last minute decided to jump ship from the Republicans and switch sides, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But he's kind of like one of those more down the middle kind of moderate guys. But I think he can get votes from both sides. So I don't think he'll have any issues with fundraising. I think either side would take him. Yeah, I think he plays the game well, but he's annoying. I stopped watching him. I actually don't like him. I liked him in the beginning, but then it just got to be too much. I'm not running for president, really. Then stop talking about Americans instead of Marylanders. It was like that one word. That one word, it just gave it all away. But anyway, so that's for tomorrow. As far as the currencies go right now, I mean, 40 pips is not really anything great. You can see they're kind of starting to come back in the last 5 minutes. But dollar again at 1.4 for the Swiss, 41 for the CAD. Again, even with oil kind of doing its thing, although oil is pushing back down in the last 6-7 hours. So again, not necessarily surprised that this is up. Aussie dollar -18, like nothing, right? Euro pound, just a little pound strength, right? A little pound strength here, but then a little pound weakness over here, and again, weakness on the euro and the pound front. So it's kind of it's weird. I'd like to say it's almost kind of like a summer day, right? The summer doldrums, but eh, it's kind of there, right? It's kind of there. Um, sorry, I got my phone in. Oh, what? She's doing what? Um, all right, so that's it. So all right, let's go over to charts. Let's go over to here. Look at that nice little bounce off that open there. It had pulled back, but it didn't pull back as much as we wanted. So whenever's reaching for the second one. All right, so let's start over here. Give that a little bit more time to marinate and see what goes. So Aussie, we talked yesterday about Aussie coming down and really taking a short position. Come on, you can do it. Oh, why is it being so slow? Come on. I think we broke it. We broke it. It's funny. I can see it moving. There we go. All right. So yesterday we were sitting right over in here, right? And we were talking about how 73.09 or 73.17 was probably going to be a decent level. As you can see, we mentioned also that, again, we didn't really love this level because, again, it hit, 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 hit. There was number 4. And again, what did it do? It hit and then finally blew through it, right? So it didn't make it all the way to the other side of the trade. But again, it did come back down again. Probably not something that everybody was able to grab. I missed it by about 7 pips. And even with the test, if you can say, hey, listen, there's a nice little top right there. Maybe you use that one to get in. And that would have been about 5:30 yesterday. This one definitely would not have hit. And again, it kind of left without you. So again, it kind of reacted with that Australian news or the New Zealand news. So right now, again, if you wanted to draw top and bottoms from it, I mean, I think it's pretty easy. If you're looking at here, we could draw a new kind of shorter duration curve on it. Right here, right? If you wanted to draw, really, we know the levels are there, but kind of in here. And again, we don't need actual fibs. We need the fake fibs, right? So you can see that we're kind of, there is a level here. It's kind of what it's flirting with right now, right? It's already kind of been rolled down and kind of tagged it before. So I would say it's an all right trade. I mean, like I said, having some problems right now. Again, I would typically like this trade more if it was like a 10:30-ish time frame, but we're definitely having some issues there. And if it continues to roll back to the downside with dollar strength, wouldn't necessarily be surprised. As I said, that the employment data today was good. And Neuro, I did fill my coffee up right before we started today. I hooked it up, full cup, just in case. Anti-Trump is going. Anti-Trump is going to work very well for him with that party. Just about, yeah. Um, I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like he played it well on both sides. Oh, she said, yes, it's contractions. Go home and wait. LOL. It's not active labor stage yet. He's doing fine. Okay. So yes, it is Melissa being extra wishful thinking. Yeah, the guy played both sides of the story. And like I said, he was able to win with Democrats here. And he always talks about how we're working on both sides of the aisle. So he's definitely a guy that's trying to play both sides. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. He's an interesting guy. He tries to play. I mean, he's literally he's like the perfect candidate. He's like like I said, Asian wife. So again, he's like playing that whole front. He's literally trying to like play every group. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I didn't really give it any serious thought for president. It's like, come on, dude, you wrote a book and you're talking about saving Americans' lives. Like, come on, come on. Rudy Giuliani was not concerned after 9/11 about saving Americans' lives. He was worried about saving New Yorkers' lives. There's a difference. Come on. Come on. You know, but anyway, so Aussie dollar, I would say, still continuation to the downside. Aussie yen kind of went right off that level. We talked about the aggressive level. We were drawing the color change in here. And again, very difficult to pull color changes on that one. But again, came up and grabbed that 83.35 and just literally collapsed to the downside. And again, is now having issues on the opposite and did take a little bit of a roll. we mentioned coming down to 80.47. It didn't make it that far, but look what it had to go through. It's like bump, 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 bump. All these little kind of little hiccups in here, and that's what turned it. And really, it was that 5:30 in the morning. Really, it was the 10:30 reversal for the European session, right? That like 4:30, 5 o'clock ish time frame. It's really like 11 o'clock for them, versus ours is more like a 10:30 ish time frame. But yeah, that's right around that 5 o'clock is where it turned, and then now it's kind of stuck. And I'd say, although it's not really kind of pushing off anything, I would say that again, looking for this one to come down and bounce off the 80.47. Again, being pulled down is probably what we're going to see. It's funny. This is one of those rare times that every single thing over here is red. Look at it. Every single thing is red. All the indices, these stocks, all these commodities, all the forex pairs, everything is red. Burn it all down. Um, I'm over here watching. Yeah, yeah. It's all right. The guy that's like the most well-liked politician in Canada. It's actually, I guess he is in from the NDP. I think. I don't know. He's in Melissa's district or riding or whatever it's called. Like every he this guy is like an old school politician. You want to talk about being like liked and not winning? It's crazy. He has like so many people post pictures with him. Like he's out on the streets with people, and he does protest. Like if you ever wanted to knock off this guy, it'd be easy because he's everywhere. But he is. I'm not sure which country he's from. If he's Indian or Pakistani or something like that. But they're like, but he does wear kind of the head wrap or whatever. I don't want to say the wrong word for it, but they're like. And Melissa's like, yeah, you would never be able to have the Canadian Prime Minister could never have one of those. That's why he'll never win. But he's literally the most well-liked guy. Like nobody ever can say anything bad about this guy. So it's funny that you talk about people building momentum. Yeah, Hogan is not that way. Plenty of people have bad stuff to say about Hogan. Anyway, looking for the Aussie yen to come back down, bounce off 80.47. Euro pound. There we go. So Euro pound yesterday, we talked about a level at 85.07, and literally it's just chopping. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Finally broke, based in, pulled back, and we're still stuck at the same level. So really, there's not much there until we get a little bit farther down at 84.84. That market closes in about an hour, hour and a half. So not really giving us any true direction. I would say right now the pound has had so much strength driving this down. It's really it's at 0.05 percent. So it's not in 24 hours it's moved 5 pips. It's not really giving us any type of a trend. Not really a whole lot there to kind of give us. And again, you can see tomorrow nothing, and really there's no European data for the rest of this week. So yeah, here you go. The Polish central bank raises main rate to 0.5. So again, the Polish bank is starting to move. Merkel's talking about the pipeline is not approved for gas transport yet. So again, a couple kind of hiccups over there, but I wouldn't say that this one is really that big of a mover. There's really not a whole lot of trading opportunity in it right now. Nothing kind of major. Yeah, look at 0.03%. It's moved a total of 3 pips since the market opened. So really, we're just kind of flatlining right here. And yeah, I mean, let's bring it up to a 4 hour. You can see that the next level where we have any test is again a little bit farther down and 20 pips away. Looks like a lot, only 20 pips. So yeah, we got to kind of do just wait and see on that one. Again, sideways, really not a lot of play. If we're doing currency options, we're good. Here's Euro Yen. So Euro Yen, we talked about it really kind of coming down about 1 o'clock this morning. We were looking for the 129.63. We were talking about it. It's like, come on, just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, and then bam. And then at 6 o'clock this morning, now it has stopped. So yeah, this is a lot of movement. 100 pips. 100 pips to the downside. We were looking at it. We liked it. It just kind of left the train station without us. I think it forgot all the cars. What is she posting now? What is she saying? Boy is fine. Heartbeat is fine. Everything is dandy. Coming home. Yeah. I can tell you right now, based off her text, she is annoyed. She doesn't use the word dandy, but she says everything. And this is like, there's 2 words per line. Well, I guess 3. He is doing fine. Next message. Heartbeat fine. Next message. Everything is dandy. Next message. Coming home. Next message. So you ever, guys out there, you ever ask your wife or significant other if she's okay and she says, I'm fine? You know what it means? This is kind of what this means. So she is annoyed that she is not in labor. Yeah. Let me just shut my door and just be like, yeah, honey, I'm working. Mentor sessions. But not my fault. Not my fault. Yeah, I think that's the stage we're going to be at today. Lovely. Yeah, we are beyond the happy pregnancy stage. We are at the I'm annoyed. He just needs to come stage. But anyway, this one left 129.63 is what we're looking for, and unfortunately left without us. And it didn't even really give us a great entry. So it is what it is. Not much we can do with it right now. There's not necessarily a buy level here that we like until 128.03. And you can see there's a little bit of a hiccup, and it kind of ran off this area, right? Kind of bounced off this level, but it just wasn't ideal. So again, wait for it to come a little bit further, and I think that also matches up with what we see in euro pound. Euro dollar, this one continued to fall. Now, we had talked about kind of a level here that we were hoping that we'd get another shot at it. We didn't. It really kind of went through and just left without us. It's the same European-based trade. Um, European weakness, and again, there's a lot of different news out there that could have given us a European weakness. It's not quite at a stage we're looking to get long it. 115.22 was the level we were looking for on the other side. And again, it did chop through and did give us some interesting levels. I will say that. Here's a little hiccup, but there's one just a little bit higher, which I kind of like. I like how this wick, how again, very, very small body, green, and then boom, kind of an explosion out of it. I don't think it's something we're going to get to today, but 115.75, it's about 40 pips higher. I think that's a decent level, right? I think that's a decent level. For us to watch coming down the road. There is that one little hiccup just a little bit above, but even trying to catch that right there, I think that would have been a little bit premature. But yeah, so next time again, higher time frame zone at 115.22, I think is what you wait for here, and that I think that coincides with what we see in the dollar as well. Pound yen. So pound yen did touch that level. We had 152.06. You can see that our first touch was late last night. Second touch was right here at the European Open. So if you guys were in right there is the European Open. If you guys had been part of yesterday's session occurred right here. We mentioned that we were right there, but we did get our entry and we did get our drop, and it's well beyond the 1 to 3 at this point. So again, if you're still trailing it, good for you. There's your 1 to 3. It's continuing the trail, but it is starting to run into a couple areas of buyers right now. Really, since we got down here at 5 o'clock this morning, here's its reversals been chopping back and forth. So this one again has been now being taken over by the yen. I see it just continuing to grind a bit lower, right? I don't even know if I would get into any of the positions here. I mean, this is probably more profit target than it is anything else, right? I would say that would be more profit target-ish. And again, it'll be the third hit. So if it does take a little bit of a bounce, not necessarily a surprise, but it doesn't have the room to run in the opposite direction, but probably a decent hit. And then again, a bunch of levels of basing. I would say that really until we get down to these two levels here, I mean, the decent levels are down here. So I don't like a Harry Potter with this, but maybe we look for something in here. And again, we'd have to see what the basing looks like. But look at this. Hit, 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 hit. And then there's a bit of a racetrack below. About 45 pips to the downside. So, there could be something in there. But again, look for this one. If you're already short, again, 150.78 is our profit target. And again, if you attended yesterday's session, you should already be short this trade. You're up. I mean, if you're still in it, you're up about 100 pips, right? You should have grabbed 60 on the original trade, right? So, again, if you were here yesterday, you're in this one. Pound dollar. Look at that. Pound dollar got close. It got close. It was right there. It left. And then again, it kind of ran into the same level right here. I'd say kind of the same thing. It's got some room to run to the downside. I think it kind of bounces. Let's see if it bases in here. There could potentially be a trade setup. Again, I don't know what the area is going to look like, but if we get an area of basing through here, there is this little level right behind there, which I just don't like. But I'd be looking for a break of this and kind of push back down again if we can base. Now, again, maybe it comes through and it bases just below. It bases in this level right here. Maybe that's your basing level, right? We have to see what it looks like, right? It's where it comes down and where it bases at. But could there be a short position here? Let's see if we got enough room. If that's going to be the base, like I said, I don't know if that's going to be the base or not yet. We definitely have 1 to 3 room. So decent setup to the downside. And again, this is more dollar strength and pound weakness. Okay. Dollar CAD. So dollar CAD is up. So yesterday we talked about pushing down. It did. It bounced off the level we thought. I would say right now, obviously he's having some issues. And again, here is the zone on the top that we can see. Make this yellow. right? Coming through here gives you a nice, candle on the top, candle on the bottom, touch, 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 and now touching again. I really don't know that this would be great. Again, in 30 minutes when we get the oil data, it may help a little bit. Again, that would bring it back to the downside. But is it a fresh level? Not really. Not really. Right? I just it just hit this level too many times. And again, this is an old area of interest here, so we don't even need that. Let's remove some of these over here. Let's get rid of this. Um, extreme range. None of these are really lovely. It's probably God. That's gonna be hard to draw that one. Probably something to watch out for there as well. Oops, this one could be a potential level there if we can time that near one of these news releases. Like if we could time that over here for tomorrow, that'd be interesting too. But right now, again, I know it's sitting at a level. I'm not really necessarily excited about it. Shorting, again, it's hit it a few times. I think there's some of the other opportunities are a little bit better off to kind of finish the day. Okay. Dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss, I think we're exactly where we were. There we go. We're 3 pips, 2 pips, 2 pips, 2 pips. Look at this. Gains are non existent despite 25. Yep, it's because everybody and their brother knew it was coming. We even said that yesterday. Don't expect a lot of movement. But yeah. Um, Anyway, so again, Swiss, we were sitting over here, right? We hit the 93, and now it has rolled back to the downside. So it was an easy level. We talked about it before. I don't think it's moved. It's 1 to 3, and it's going to start grinding pretty slow here. 1 to 3 needs to be right there, right there. We'll see if it's able to get there. It's over a 1 to 1 at this point. It was actually up almost at a 2-1. But again, Edge of 10 yesterday, we talked about 93 being a level that we were watching out for. So wait for that to move to the downside. I guess I don't need these right now. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Dollar yen. Dollar yen has a nice rollover, but again, we were talking about 112.01. It kind of came up, and so this candle formation right here is what stopped it. It's a really really funky kind of candle formation. Maybe on a 15, did it look clean on a 15? I just don't. Yeah, it's literally it was a spike up and a spike back down again. So not really. Anyway, it turned and rolled. You can see that the dollar yen is minus 13 in 24 hours. So half a pip an hour. It's rocking, right? But no, it's up and down. Again, remember 1, 2, 3, 4 was right here. 5 is what broke, and it came down, and it's sitting on that same level right now. So we can leave it over here. It's not necessarily a short trade, but it's at that same level, and I do expect it will run into probably some issues. Again, you can see this level right here, right, right below it. I don't know. I don't think I would take anything off of it. If it comes in bases, what I'd be worried about for any type of a short position is there's a lot of buyers sitting here. I mean, it's tested, 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 tested. So they pushed it, but again, it's just such close proximity. I mean, we're talking about it being 12 pips away. So, you know, are you looking for a 12 pip target? I guess you could, but it's not really the best. Right, I think on this one we need to wait till it gets out of its stream top and bottom. And again, the ADP number helped today, but you guys can see the reversal is really a European. Here is the European right there is 3 o'clock. Right, so European session moved down and it's just kind of holding. I wouldn't say that it's really doing a whole lot. It's at 0.14 down right for the day. And again, we saw that it didn't really move, so not really any great kind of if this and that possibilities with it. Natural gas, I'm liking this one. There's natural gas. There's the European Open. I love that they sent it down. I don't know how much lower it's going to be able to go, though. You can see that there's a level sitting right there, right? That would be something I'd be watching out for in natural gas. So, any of you natural gas traders, go ahead and watch that one over here at 57.75. Okay. Every time my phone goes off, I'm like, huh? Huh? So, yeah, I'm happy about it. I like that it's 6.5. If we can do 6.5% down tomorrow again, and then tomorrow again, and then maybe even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. I think I'll be great. I think that would definitely be Putin helping the natural gas situation, but unfortunately, not a whole lot of trade setups for us. I think the next level really that we'd focus on is this one down here, right? I think these are probably two areas. And again, you got to watch out for the gap, but I don't know. I feel like the gap doesn't get respected as much in natural gas. So as long as there are no, I don't know. Somebody told me the other day, like, "Oh, did you hear we're supposed to have a really cold winter?" I'm like, "You need to stop right now with that." Nobody wants that business. But yeah, supposedly we're gonna have a really cold winter this year. Um, I'm not sure if that's the guy that said we were supposed to get a lot of snow last year or the year before. I'm not sure if it's the same guy or the guy that's predicted the world's going to end, you know, 8 times in the last 30 years, and it didn't happen. But supposedly it's going to be a cold year. So yeah, I'd watch out for those two levels. Look for a bounce off either one. And again, it tends to be the European market that's moving this one. Europeans like their natural gas, right? Which is kind of funny because they're getting most of it from Russia. So Putin's helping. He's putting a helping hand out. That's what I heard up here too. Really cold, but not much snow. Yeah. And again, I mean, this is Sean. This is why they drop, the term global warming. You can't say it's global warming because it gets really cold too. So I don't know. Again, I think it depends on where you are in the world, right? I mean, California got like no rain, but then India, it was India or China, basically it rained for like a month straight. So I don't know. I don't know. Can we still blame El Nino, or is that still a thing? You guys know? Can we still blame El Nino? I mean, I felt like a while everything was El Nino's fault, right? I don't know. I feel like everything went from El Nino was the cause of all weather problems to El Trumpo, right? Is what we dealt with. So I don't know. I don't know whose fault the weather is now, but so that's what we got going on here. Let's go to actually, you know what? We'll do gold. So gold bounced off that level again, and I love it. Look at this, drove a little bit deeper, kind of peeked its head just through the side. So again, gold is still just going sideways. You can see right now, right now it's down 0.03%. So gold is just rocking. No, it's not doing anything. Um, gold not doing anything. It's going to be as cold as Mother Nature wants to do. Yeah, pretty much, Ernest. Pretty much. And I feel like and I don't even know. Like I said, some people love that Farmer's Almanac thing. I don't know. It's El Nino this year. Oh, it's El Nino. I don't know, but yeah, I'm telling you, I feel like it's you know, Mother Nature just gets no respect. I feel like it's always got to be something. Maybe like I said, I think Ernest is right there. It's going to be whatever Mother Nature wants it to be, because that's how she rolls. Um, but yeah, so gold. I'd be looking for the same thing, guys. When we can get a decent, a full Harry Potter break of that 1746. Right now, and now we're flying. We're 0.06, 0.07% down. Gold's flying. No, gold's not doing anything. Gold's pretty flat. Silver. I don't know if you guys heard my. I don't know if it's called a diatribe or what, but look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what broke it, but it's unable to clear. Remember, we projected this out. I don't know if you guys heard me. I'm sure somebody was not happy about it, and I've gotten a little snippier, but it is what it is. Silver has to go up $25 a month over the next 3 months to hit the Reddit targets, right? Those Wall Street bet guys, it's got to go up $25. So by the end of this month, right? October has 31 days. Is that right? Yeah, 31 days. So in 25 days, it's got to go. It's got to go up $1 every day for the next 25 days to be on track to hit $100 by the end of the year, because that's what Reddit said was going to happen. Taking down Wall Street, right? Taking down Wall Street. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be there. I think Ernest is right. Whatever Mother Nature says, it's going to do. Anyway, in all seriousness, again, I'm still looking for the break at 21.19. I'm sorry, 21.91. It's complete sideways now for a couple days. There's really no kind of traction in this one. Biden says Powell is fine. He's doing his thing. Again, I don't think Biden is a big fan of Warren. I think that Warren is too much of a, I don't know. I think she's too much of a renegade for Biden. Biden is, I wouldn't say a strong personality one way or the other, and he just kind of just goes with the flow of things or what people tell him to do. I feel like she's too polarizing for Biden. I feel like that's why Powell stay in. But I did think it was interesting. And again, Silver is silver. I think again, silver is kind of the I don't know. Silver isn't moving because I think people are like, well, yeah, we'll just go to Bitcoin because digital currencies. It's like, my God. I mean, they're up 4% today. They're at 54,000 again. But like, it's funny to watch gold and silver. And again, remember, silver is the way to take down Wall Street. Now they're like, no, no, Bitcoin is the way to take down Wall Street. It's not going to happen. Like, I don't know. All they're going to have to do is outlaw current cryptos because we have. I mean, Biden said yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was yesterday, 2 days before. Biden actually even talked about a digital dollar yesterday. Yesterday, the day before. They're all blending together. But yes, once you have digitals and you have that blockchain technology, and basically being able to say, I want cryptos because I don't want the government telling me what I can do with my money. Well, guess what? If you live in a country, they can tell you what to do with your money, guys. I hate to tell you, like we're not allowed to have overseas brokerage firms. What's to say that they don't join forces with China to, you know, eliminate all the money laundering that? Which, by the way, they can see where all the money goes. There's no anonymity with it. They've gotten the technology. So yeah. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It's like I just still don't get it. I get it. People want it because they're like, yeah, it's moving. Yeah, we got to get it. It's where everybody. It's what's hot. But at the end of the day, all they can do is block it. And again, those same people that want to lecture me about how Bitcoin is great are also the same people that want to talk about climate change. And yeah, you know how I feel about that. So yeah. 2191. That's what the technical chart. That's what the chart is telling us on a technical basis we should be doing. So let's see what we got over here with the ES. So there we go. So it's not even 11 o'clock yet. Not even 11 o'clock. And I mean, we kind of drew it, right? Talked about there is your other level right there. So it doesn't matter which one. Pick one. Which one did you want? Had you gotten into your short duration binary contract when the price went high? Did you get stopped out? Nope. Did it go past your 1 to 3? Yep. If you waited for it to come up to the 43.15, bam, there you go. You hit it there. So either one of those two would have worked. Right there. So both those two are good. And again, nice little setup in the morning. Like I said, those short duration contracts in the morning, man, they've been money. They've been money. So I would say right now, look for price to come all the way back down to the 42.67 level. Okay. NQ, kind of the same thing. Now, this one did come a bit higher, but we talked about either one of them would have been a decent entry. And again, Todd was really into this one. Where did we say? We said right there is what we were calling for. And again, initial spike up, and that one is well on its way as well. Hasn't quite gotten there yet, but again, had you gotten into a position right here at 930 short, yeah, would you have gotten stopped out? No. Would you still be in the trade profitable? Yes. Right. And again, I don't know what binary contract would he picked on that one, but we're not quite there yet. Probably just a little bit further down the downside. But again, same kind of setup. YM. There you go. YM also. There's your top. Again, did you get stopped out? Nope. Did it come up and grab it still? Yep. And could you have gotten short here at the 930 window at the open because it had pulled up to a level? Yep. And did it go well beyond? Also, yes. Also, yes. Um, I still don't get the government don't tell me what to do mindset. Ernest, I have no idea. So we'll put that one there. Whoops. Right there. All right. And last but not least, the Russell. And the Russell. Give us the Russell. There you go. Look at that one too. Any of them would have worked. And again, the Russell was a little bit more volatile at the open, but here, I'll stick it right here. Put it there. And that the 1 to 3 is already there. So we are already out of the 1 to 3. So again, not having those stop losses are kind of nice, futures traders. Gotta love it. But either way, it pulled right up into levels. So again, there you go. 3 out of the 4 have done it. Has the NQ done it yet? Not yet. The NQ's having some problems, but had you done off the top one. So again, 3 out of 4, not too shabby. Not too shabby, yeah. So there's your 1 to 3. There's your 1 to 3. There's your 1 to 3. And again, NQ is trying. Had you done it off the top one, obviously it is well out. So pretty cool. All right, so let's look at oil. So oil. Yeah, got 15 minutes to go. We are kind of in a level, although it's a level that is not really the freshest. It's been kind of beat around for a little bit. Let's drop it down to a 5 minute and kind of see here. So you can see it is taking a little bit of a bounce. Actually, let's move this across right now. because I want to get a good look at this. So, not at a 5 minute level, although we could potentially draw one lower. Drop down to a one. Yeah, see, we don't have any stabilization yet. We do not have the stabilization. That's not the same as don't tell me what to do. Yeah, it's really easy. How many more times do I need to watch government mess up things? Yeah. But Neuro, how many times have they saved things that you don't know about? Mhm. Maybe. Maybe. Actually, as we wait for this to kind of tick through a couple more minutes, I thought that this was pretty funny. Where is it? Is it this one? Mm, yes, this one right over here. So this is one of the things today that Biden retains confidence. So, like, at this time, now I hate when they add at this time because that's like their caveat. Yes, he does have confidence, pal, at this time. But like that's their like, oh, tomorrow he's not. Like Warren's a lunatic. That's my opinion. But it's funny that he's you know Warren said that the Senate floor in her speech that he failed as a leader following revelations that top Fed officials have been actively trading securities. That is some number one BS. But because you know how many senators, like Nancy's husband, right, that they're able to see these reports before the release and get out there and go trade them. Do you know how many senators are in the stock market? Like the fact that Warren is saying that is unbelievable. Like honestly, you're even on the same floor. You have lunch in the same cafeteria. Look at Nancy. Nancy's husband, and it was public. He took $1 million options position in Tesla. What happened 3 weeks later? Pipeline canceled. Everything needs to go to electric. Bam, Tesla. Who gets all the space contracts? Tesla. Really? And it's Pal's fault because there's Fed officials trading. Who cares? They all do it. Any elected politician should have like zero. Like if you work for any firms in the financial industry, you are not allowed to trade. Even the guys on CNBC not allowed to trade the markets because again, they could have insider information or have the ability to sway the market. Does a senator have the ability to sway the market? Absolutely. Is Nancy's husband blatantly profiting off of policy decisions that secret stuff that Nancy had access to? Absolutely. So again, Warren and her, she needs to go. Yeah, she needs to go. I think she is more inflammatory than even Bernie. I think Bernie at this point is the laid back guy. Somebody got Bernie high, is what happened. That's what happened. Bernie went out for the people. Bernie smoked the J. Bernie's definitely more of the relaxed guy now. Warren, I don't know what she's doing, but she's just it's like unbelievable. It's oh my God, Fed officials are trading actively. Well, I mean they're bank guys, of course they are. They're investment people, of course they're trading. They have retirements too. Like and actually I don't know this. Maybe you guys do know this. I don't believe that Fed officials get the same types of benefits and health care and paychecks and security as senators get. And again, they can change interest rates, but the last I checked, Fed officials don't make policy like canceling pipelines and you know stimulus money and that kind of stuff. So Powell's not going anywhere. He's already confirmed. Next appointee will have a confirmation headache in the new environment. It depends who it is, Ernest. I know why. I know why Warren was on a warpath because she wants Powell out and she wants Bernard in. Um, I know that politically for Biden that would make sense because he's on this. Oh, we got to put more women in the office, right? Again, nothing against Bernard, but that's why Yellen has her job is because again, oh, I made all these campaign promises. I got to put women everywhere. Um, but Bernard kind of conflicts with that side because she's very much about the digital dollar and she's pretty aggressive. I don't actually mind her. I don't think she's bad. I don't again I'm not one of these people that feels like somebody should get a job based off their sex, um, and that's why she would get it. Unfortunately, like Bullard is another one that again he is a very vocal member. He has very good opinions. I like her too. I mean the two of those in my eyes would seem to be the running candidates for next for Powell because again they both make very sound judgments. I think she is a little bit more kind of forward thinking with being extremely regulating crypto and then coming up with the digital dollar. I give her a lot of props for that. Powell, or not Powell, Blard, I think has very, very good statements as well, and his belief on kind of inflation and what he's seeing and not seeing, I think are both excellent. I think he won't get it because he's a white guy, and I think she's probably the next one because it's a she, unfortunately. And I think that's the wrong way to do things. Is what sex are you? Okay, you can have this job. I think that's the wrong way to do it. Because I do believe that's why. And again, think about it. Are we really hearing that much out of Yellen these days? And the answer is not really. Right? Compared to her predecessor, I felt like you heard a lot more about her predecessor than you hear about her now. So, yeah. Bernie survived a heartache or a heart attack. Which one? Which one? Did he have a heartache or a heart attack? But yeah, I don't. Yeah, and I don't think Pal's doing anything the wrong way. I think Pal is doing the same thing that they've always done. Right? I don't think Powell is just doing kind of the status quo. I think what he's doing has been fine. I don't think he's, you know, I don't think he's in a position that it's not a love or a hate position. He's not a polarizing factor. I gave him props for sticking up for Trump because again, the Fed is supposed to be independent. It's not supposed to be something that is dictated or mandated by government. Remember, the Fed was created because rich people wanted to save the United States, and they use rich people money, not Fed money, not our taxpayer money. Remember, the government uses taxpayer money. The Fed does not. So I feel like they need to stay independent. I believe that every, FOMC chair should basically tell the president to F off every time that, or any senator that tries to tell him what to do. I feel that they should tell them to F off. It's none of their business. I think they should focus on what they can control. I think we have many problems still. This thing better. Is it holding now? It looks like it's holding. It looks like it's finally holding for us. Yeah, I think keep it independent. I think Congress needs to, yeah, I know the drain the swamp term was something that people like, but I feel like we need to get rid of a lot of people over there and just you need to go. Heart attack. Okay. I'm telling you, Ernest, I really feel like he was hanging out with his constituents. He got high, and that changed his outlook on life. I really feel like that's what it is. Yeah. But did it was it an actual heart attack or was it like a Hillary heart attack? Right? I mean, could it have been a Hillary heart attack and he took that as a warning like maybe I should be less polarizing? I don't know. I feel like it could be. Right? I feel like it could be. Yeah, the way this is looking, the way that this is holding now inside of this little layer right now is leading me to believe that this is going to pop. This is that hold, that stabilization. We got 7 minutes to go on it. Um, this looks like this wants to be the position for today. I mean, that Hillary heart attack is real. I mean, I feel like if you were a guy that can magically like pass away under 24-hour monitoring inside of a prison, I mean, I figure it's the same thing, right? Anybody who has damaging data, was it a Hillary heart attack? Did they disappear? did they did they die of a shellfish allergy when they've never had shellfish allergies in the past? Right? Right? Suddenly I acquired a shellfish allergy. I've been a shrimper for, 30 years. Right? So, yeah, that's how it goes, just magically. Hillary has, yeah, I would love to see that. Like, I mean, like that's the thing. Is like, I mean, you think about who probably has the most. I don't know, like what Like, I feel like my parents' generation, right? I feel like in my parents' generation, the Kennedys probably had the book with the most like skeletons in their closet, right? Not dead people, but like secrets, right? Like I felt like it was the Kennedys, right? Just as a because they had their compound and there was many brothers that were polarizing and stuff like that. Like, I feel like it was the Kennedys, right? I feel like in my generation, it's definitely the Clintons. Like how much stuff there between Bill and Hillary. Like how many skeletons, like not dead people, but how many skeletons does Bill have, right? You know, um, and how many skeletons will never come out because Bill has Hillary, right? And how many skeletons does Hillary have in her closet? And maybe yes, the dead people, right? And I'm just saying, she was just overburdened with sins. I don't know. All I'm saying is, I feel. I mean, and again, this is not my opinion. Like Bill has been sued, women's careers have been destroyed by again attacks from Hillary and I feel like she's the main driving factor. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, he was disbarred. I mean, I mean, again, for for the things that other people have been barred and cancel cultured, the fact that those two, their name is even, again, it's unbelievable. It just shows you that it really doesn't matter. It just, again, Trump is labeled whatever from a conversation in the 80s. You think Bill Clinton ever made statements? Oh, yes, that's right. There are women out there that have definitely, without a doubt, multiple women have definitely said it. And it wasn't a locker room conversation, right? But there wasn't the same type of cancel culture, It's just, yeah. It's Hillary, man. It's Hillary. I feel like Hillary is the most powerful woman in the world. She's made more people disappear than Castro, in my eyes, right? So yeah, so much for women helping women. But anyway, oil's kind of set up. Let's see, we got about 4 minutes to go on that one. At least it finally stabilized. It's not the ideal stabilization because we already know that there's a lot of buyers that have stepped in here. And again, we're down on the 1 minute, but again, it's a level that we've really seen price kind of hit it and hit it and hit it again and hit it again. So it is more set up for a long from that level, even though we're looking on a more technical basis to take this one short. Why do you think Bill and Hillary stayed together? I know why. That's a very simple question. It's easy because your spouse is not allowed to testify on you. That is why. That's why they're still together. It's not because they love each other. Come on. As dominant and angry and aggressive as Hillary is, you think that she's going to be disrespected by the things that her husband did? Oh yes, there was a dress that proved that he did those things in the top office in the world. Oh yeah. You think that disrespecting Hillary? Oh, we're working through it. Yeah, come on. Really? Come on. It's because they can't testify each other because they're married. Now, if they get divorced, if they pull a Bill Gates in a few years, then I'm buying that book. Right? I'm buying that book. So, all right. Anyway, with that, let's go ahead. We got 2 minutes before this comes out. Let's pull good old Stream Elements in here. Now, remember, it is Wednesday, so it is for a 50 pip chip total. Who we got in here? We got Will. We got Ernest. We got Debbie. We got Miranda. We got Sean. We got Neuro. Who are we missing? Eki, you have not gotten in here yet. I saw you post a little while ago, so I know that you were in as well. I'm sure everybody knew that got in here. They're like, my God, this is such a political stream. I can't handle this. The politics in here is just too much for me. Yeah, it's the politics. There's too much politics. It's a political stream. Make trading great again. My wife is like, here's more, before labor stuff. Yeah. All right, let's close it down. Eki, did you get in? All right. Now, if Eki wins, guys, I'm not responsible, right? There is no rigging. I'm just saying that I knew he was here. I wanted to make sure that we represented everybody. Um, you know, Eki does a great job coming in here day after day after day. I want to make sure that he gets his fair chance, right, of taking the win here. Now, with that said, we do have Sean, who again, yeah, Sean is on a win again. So Sean's going for 100 today, and this would be 5 times in a row. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me see this. Wait, does it still work? Is it? I think it's this. Is the system rigged for Sean? Oh, look at that. The Magic 8 Ball says, "Are you kidding?" So I guess it is not rigged. The Magic 8 Ball has spoken, guys. The Magic 8 Ball has spoken. So, all right, let's see. All right, winner of today's drawing is what? 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 Look at this. They had 6 tickets versus 1. Wow. I don't know. Will, did you do something Will, did you make a deal with the devil? You have won more in the last month than you have in 2 years. Did you meet a guy with a banjo? I feel like we got to ask it, right? Yeah, I feel like we got to ask. All right, let's see what the oil number came in here as. Tomorrow, today. Will work at his mojo. Wow, Oh, that was a little bit more than expected. That's a little bit more than what the API number was. Yeah, a little bit more. So, whew, that's probably going the opposite direction. So, oh, look at that. So it's definitely up 2-1 at this point. It is up. Yeah, it's up 2-1 right now. I don't know if we'll make three on that one because that's quite a large miss. But yeah, so yeah, we'll see if we can get back up top on that one. But yeah, quite a big miss. And again, this is all those short sellers. This is everybody like, holy crap, short it, short it, short it, short it. And Magic, look at that. It's kind of like they knew, right? Kind of like they knew. So, but yeah, but that's where the initial, the initial pop coming in, right? There was your initial pop. Like I said, made it to about 2-1. We'll see if we can get all the way back up on that one. So, yeah, pretty interesting. But this, I would say, this does justify continuing to fall, right? It does justify it because, like, I would say, like a 1.5 is probably 1.5 would have been kind of what you expected to see based off the API report. I think 2.3 is quite a bit bigger miss. So, Will's joined the dark side. I know, right? Will's really turned. He's gotten crazy. So, yep. All right. With that said, I'm out of here. Hopefully, I mean, I don't want to say hopeful because I don't know. I mean, like I say hopefully, but that means like the kid doesn't come. But like if the kid comes, then I'm good either way. So yeah, I'm good either way, guys. Let's see what is Will doing. I just see Will just clicked up. Will's fighting. It's trying. It's trying to do its thing. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated on Discord. I'll let you guys know what's going on with the baby. Melissa's like, "Are you gonna take like 2 weeks of paternity?" I'm like, "Nah." I was like, "I can do this for an hour a day. That's fine. The baby will be sleeping anyway." So, all right. Well, I'll keep you guys updated. Watch Discord. Melissa is saying, giving me all these reasons why she's going into labor right now, even though the doctor says she's not going into labor right now. So she's trying to will it forward. Um, I'll let you know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.